hey, good win. I mean, you find a way to get the W. And that's ultimately what we did, and we found a way. Credit to that team. They played hard. We knew they would, and hard-fought game, and. I just thought there was a number of things. I thought we started off pretty hot offensively, and defensively, man, getting the 3 and outs, really getting them off the field and really chewing up all the first half. But the turnover going in, the penalties that we had in the red zone, hurt us. A little bit of the details of the passing game hurt us in some things. Thought we ran it pretty good. But ultimately, that one right before halftime, they go for it on 4th down. We stop them. Now we have the ball, and we give it back to them. It didn't cost us anything, and that hurts. So that gives you a little momentum, and they come out, they score after halftime. But what I loved is our offense went down and scored. We answered back. So even when things aren't working perfect, man, we play complimentary football, We go 3 and out, man. Jack Fox, what a massive punt, puts him down there on the 1-yard line. I mean, that's a huge play. And then ultimately our defense at the end of that game holds. So I'm proud of the way they fought. We did what we had to do, and man, we're going to move forward. We're going to enjoy this. First Thanksgiving win since I've been here, and our guys are going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it. We got a couple of days off before we're back, getting ready for Green Bay, or players do, and then we're on to the next one. So proud of the guys.
You were dealing with a bunch of injuries later. Cutting through it, Darius was one of them. Just how big was that play to kind of set up the confusion for them there on that sack on 2nd down, and just his play really all day. Got a couple sacks, and it really was a factor.
Yeah, I mean, look, our guys up front, I thought, played their tails off. I mean, Zadarius did some really good things. I thought DJ Reader, man, I thought he was outstanding. Mac, I thought Pascal before he had the injury. I thought Al Muhammad played big for us, man. It was good to get him back in the lineup. He's a relentless player. Gives you all he's got. So great job with the defensive staff. Getting the next guy up, because we got hit pretty good. We lost a number of guys, and so those guys stepped up and helped us. And the sack right before the last play of the game was huge.
Can you share your just emotion in that final minute as things were kind of unfolding? It was kind of a wild,
Yeah.
Sack, the last play, and then you went to the locker room timeout. Just sure that surprised you with the team, just kind of everything.
Yeah, well, look, I think I really felt like the takeaway was. I really felt like we were going to get a takeaway, like it was coming. I really did, and and that one didn't. But obviously we won the way we did. So no, I didn't expect that, but I'll take it. I did feel like we were going to make a stand. I didn't see it, happening that way. But that's you get in those type of games, and you get in those situations, and you're trying to play off of and do the best you can, because I'm also in my head thinking, before that, do we need to, use a timeout, give yourself a chance to answer back if they tie it, but yet, man, you don't, and now you allow them more time to score a touchdown and win the game. You're going through all these scenarios. So, I was just proud of the way the defense held. I felt good about us doing it, holding. I just didn't know how it was going to play out.
And you guys have won so many games by multiple points, multiple touchdowns. Did it feel encouraging to escape to a certain degree this game that was so tight, and you seem to be hanging on for dear life?
Yeah, I mean, look, I told the team. That's what I said. If you're not careful, you start grading your own wins, and it's good because you have these standards, the way you think you should play, by your own standards, by what you have. It has nothing to do with the opponent. It's just yourselves, and you know what you're capable of. And so, if you're not careful, you start going too far down that thing, then you start taking wins for granted. And ultimately, man, that's a good win against an opponent that is fought every week And this was the third game in a row, division game, that those guys had brought it over there. And so we did what we had to do to win. And we'll clean up the other stuff that cost us some points. I'm not worried about that. But I will take this W, and I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, when you say clean up the other stuff, you include the taunting and that sort of self.
Yeah, and look, that I'll be honest with you, that's already cleaned up. It's already cleaned up. So we're good. And as a matter of fact, you know, J-Mo got right in front of the team a minute ago, unsolicited, and wanted to apologize to his teammates. That's big, man. It's growth. And it's all good.
Curious about the cornerback moves, Mosley late inactive here, and also Arnold not starting. Just curious what went into some of those decisions.
So, yeah, Mosley had really pregame had something kind of pop up, and we just didn't feel good about him being able to go, you know, having enough to really go full speed. And that's really what that came down to, you know. And so obviously we got out of this game with him getting any worse, so that's a positive. Who else did you ask about? I'm sorry.
Arnold didn't start it, but came in on the second drive.
Yeah, we just wanted to make sure he was good. You know, I mean, the last we saw him was before Indianapolis, you know, and then he couldn't make that game, and so we just wanted to. We felt good about bringing him to the game. We just kind of wanted to work our way in. We felt good about Vildor and Dorse, and once we got in there and saw him after the next possession, then he was good, and we let him go.
With 2 touchdowns today, how good was it to get him back involved in the red zone?
Who's that? Yeah, it was good. I mentioned that. I feel like this is the healthiest he's been in a while during the season, and you know he's in good shape. You know, and he really brings. You know, sometimes it you know, I don't want to say you take it for granted, but you know, you forget. You know, you forget all that he does for us, and man, he really helps us in the run game, as well as what you see in the pass game. You know, he's a good player, and honestly, he makes the offense better, and he and Brock run right together. You know, it allows us to put Brock where he belongs, which makes him a better player, which in turn makes us a better offense, and so on.
Big time delivery presented by Little Caesars. And the Lions have delivered a 10th straight win, matches their longest winning streak in franchise history. And, well, they said it 90 years ago at 1934 season, which was their first season in the city of Detroit. They're now 11-1, first NFL team to 11 wins as they survive a late onslaught by the Bears and benefit from a boneheaded coaching decision by Matt Eberflus not to use his last time out. Lions win it 23-20 on Thanksgiving and snap their 7-game Thanksgiving losing skid.